Welcome to Sport Wrap as we bring you the latest sports stories happening in and around Namibia and, of course, the globe at large. You are joined by Ashwin Mberi on Friday, the 6th of September. Let's get into the hit list. All eyes will be on the Hage Geingob Stadium on Saturday as Samsung Windhoek High School and King Price Windhoek Gymnasium once again will be clashing in the highly anticipated final of the Standard Bank NSSR Under-19 Super League. The two powerhouses of the Namibia secondary schools rugby top flight will reignite their enthralling rivalry, and after last year's dramatic 34-34 draw, there's no doubt that the stakes are once again pretty high. 12 months ago, Gymnasium were forced to launch a determined fight back, and this was after scrum half Denver Beerkus was removed from the equation with a first half red card for two technical offenses shortly after having served 10 minutes in the sin bin. The Lions trailed 15-24 at halftime against a typically slick WHS attack, but after 70 minutes of intense rugby, the result was a 34-34 draw with 4 tries each. Since then, the bylaws have been amended, which dictated that the trophy be shared in case of a drawn result. This year's final promises to deliver a definitive winner, as the rules have been updated to ensure one team lifts the trophy, with extra time applied before other tiebreak options. Windhoek High School and Gymnasium are once again closely matched, as their 22-21 result in favor of the home side at Vechop Stadium 3 weekends ago demonstrated. This time, the enterprising Kudu Bulls team's place kickers had an off day as they were behind 3-9 at half-time. Now, a narrowly missed touchline conversion attempt by Gymnasium fly half Valdre Kotze off the final play could easily have swung the result the opposite way. For the final, WHS coaches Jan Dames and Devano Alcock have made no changes to their match squad that eliminated OK Moria in the semi-final last weekend. Now, Gymnasia's Maurice Thirion and Jaco Engels have made slight tweaks to their proven combinations after their 27-26 semi-final win against Pro Ed, with Henry Coughlin returning from injury to take over from Angelo Swartboy at left wing. In a switch at loosehead prop, Gideon van Rensburg will start while Rudolf Hamza will be expected to make an impact off the bench. Make sure you catch all of that on DSTV 285, GoTV 25, OneUp2.com, and Network Media Hub. Moving on, the 4th edition of the Nedbank City Dash will take place this Sunday from the Zoo Park along Independence Avenue in Windhoek. The City Dash has fast become a beloved running event, which fosters a spirit of community and fitness among participants of all ages and abilities. The event offers multiple race categories, including a 5 and 10-kilometer fun run or walk and a 10-kilometer elite run, ensuring that there's something for everyone. The elite competition starts at 7:30 a.m. with the first race, while the 5K and 10K fun runners and walkers will take the road an hour later. Now, some good prize money is up for grabs for the top 3 athletes. The categories are 10 kilometers elite women and men, elite under 18 women and men, wheelchair racers, visually impaired runners, schools, running clubs, and federations. The routes from the Zoo Park runners will head south to Ospenplatz around Snyman Circle before they head back up Independence Avenue, passing Zoo Park up to continue further north. The turnaround for the 5-kilometer race is indicated by a turnaround sign close to the engine service station on the right-hand side. The 10-kilometer runners will continue to the Simon David Bridge around the circle close to the fire department to tackle the home stretch back to Zoo Park opposite the Nedbank campus. Registration and race number collection will take place tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Nedbank campus at the corner of Fidel Castro and Reverend Michael Scott Street. We certainly look forward to seeing everybody putting their running shoes on. Now, in football, Namibia's Brave Warriors begin their opening campaign of the Afcon Qualifiers against Cameroon on Saturday at the Stade Roumdé Adjia in Garoua. At 6 p.m., Colin Benjamin's side will be hoping for a repeat of what they did when they faced the Cameroonians last time around in the Afcon Qualifiers group stages. Now, Cameroonian football has been so far shrouded with controversy as the senior team members and the association's senior officials are at loggerheads over the way things are being done at the top. This factor might not play much into our hands because Cameroon are still a talented nation that has many good players. My team will go into the match ready to fight and make sure that we come away with something at a very difficult venue in Cameroon. There has been injury concerns in the camp, but I must say that the players we have at our disposal have whatever it takes to give Cameroon a strong, challenging match. This is Brave Warriors coach Colin Benjamin. Now, Namibia and Cameroon were pitted in the same group the last time the Afcon qualifiers took place, with both teams managing to book their spot in the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations. Namibia, however, had the better head-to-head record against Cameroon during the 2023 qualifiers after beating the Vesta Africans 2-1 as well as a 1-1 draw during the last qualifiers. We certainly wish the Brave Warriors all the best. We're going to take a quick break before we return with our Paralympic segment.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
Namibia's Lahia Ishitile emphatically put aside the disappointment of not qualifying for the T1100 meters semi-final earlier this week at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. The visually impaired Namibian sprinter established a lightning-fast new African record in the T11 meters during the qualifying round yesterday morning. Alongside her sprint guide Sem Shimanda, Ishitile had a particularly good start, and this was in the rain-soaked Stade Stadium, and almost won the race in 24.82 seconds. Only the winner in her round, Siqing Liu from China, with 24.77 seconds, had managed to achieve a faster time than the Namibian. She will face Liu Jerusacheba dos Santos of Brazil and Linda Patricia Perez Lopez of Venezuela in the T11 200-meter final scheduled for Saturday evening at 19:23. That's 23 minutes past 7 p.m. Now, Liu is the holder of the T11 200-meter world record, which she achieved in May 2024 at the World Championship in Kobe, Japan. She will take on the 200-meter T11 final tomorrow. Again, that is at 23 minutes past 7. After the break, we're going to have a look at what's in the pipeline as Brian Munango takes us through the FNB Oshihavera race slated for the weekend before our international correspondent Ari Hogard closes off with the latest international news. From me, Ashwin Berry. Enjoy the weekend.
Yes, viewers, so we are joined by Nabil Robiati. I'm saying it correctly.
Perfect.
Yes, all the way representing the Rock and Rod. He's a member of the committee. Let's not waste any time. I mean, we both know what you are here for. You can see the banners in the back. We're speaking about the FNB Oshihadera experience. I'm very excited for that one. But for the viewers that do not know what we are talking about, please just let them know what the event is about.
Cool. Thanks for having me. So Oshihadera has been on the calendar for 19 years now. This is our 19th edition. So we're going for the big one next year. And it's called an experience. It's the only multi-stage race, mountain bike race in Namibia. It's a Saturday and a Sunday, and we've introduced what we call a prologue on a Friday. So it's a 2.5-day event, and it's been always a success because it really attracts quite a large number of riders from the young boys and girls all the way to the grandmasters. And it's a team event as well. It's not individual. So you enter as a team. Your team has a cool name. You know, my team is called Too Tired.
Too Tired.
You know, TWO, Too Tired. Because you know we just want to make sure that we don't create any expectation. But yeah, people love creating new teams every year. There's guys that have been racing with the same team name for many years. As you know, the route is towards Midgard on the Saturday and back to Windhoek on the Sunday. Going through the mountains is a beautiful race. You have it comprises of what we call the racing snakes, the guys that really try to go for the podium, and then you get the leisure riders that like to challenge themselves, but they're not too serious about it. So it's an experience. There's a lot that goes into it, from of course the big sponsors like FNB to the smaller sponsors and the guys that are putting money for towards prize giving. There's quite a lot of prizes. There's podiums, there's medals, there's music. So it's really a weekend out in this the moment beautiful weather, and we're quite excited.
Okay, well, before we speak about the 20th, which is next year, the big one, let's focus on this one this year. Speaking of dates, I know it's from the 8th and the 9th.
Yes.
Of September.
So yes, it's a Saturday and Sunday. The prologue is on the Friday. The prologue, what it is it's a shorter circuit. It's about 15 to 20 kilometers where the teams need to basically pitch and race as fast as they can around the circuit, and that gives them a time, and already kind of sets the starting times for the Saturday and the Sunday. If you don't pitch, you get a penalty. So already, usually the Friday is like what in Formula One will be the qualifying.
Okay.
Where the teams test themselves,
get ready, and
they kind of look, who's strong, who's not. So we added that as a cool addition to the race. But the actual race is on Saturday, and for the fast guys, you're looking at 2.5 hours. For the slower guys, you're looking at 4 or 5 hours. But the route is beautiful, and on the Sunday is departing from Midgard back to Windhoek.
Okay, well, speaking of those that want to enter and want to take part in this beautiful Oshihadera experience, how does one sign up? How does one make sure that they are there? How do you get your number, and how do you get your...
So first of all, Rock and Rat as a club organizes Oshihadera. You don't have to be a member of the club to enter. Of course, if you are a member of the club, you do get a discount. The best way to enter is to go on our Facebook page, Rock and Rat, and you'll find a very easy link to enter the race. You have, of course, you enter as a team. So both people have to register and then create a team name. And it's as easy as that. The entries close at the end of this month, just to give us the 1 week buffer for us to be able to put everything together. The registration for the race, the official registration, is going to be on the Thursday prior to the prologue.
So you guys know that you have until the 31st or until the end of this month to make sure you are registered. Speaking of the Rock and Rat Club, What do you guys do outside of the Oshavera experience? What do you guys focus on?
So Rock and Rat was born, I think, in 1991. It's been going on for quite a number of years. The main aim of the club has always been to promote cycling, in our case, mountain biking. It's of course a non-for-profit. Members serve on a committee for 3 to 4 years, and then give space for newcomers that want to help. So all the money that is made through Oshavera or the other races that we organize, such as the different marathons, the cross-country race series, all the money is going back into the community as much as we can. We do a lot of, we sponsor some of the money for the athletes that go overseas and race, including the Olympics. We do spend quite some money in fostering and promoting the younger generation of Namibian cyclists that like the sport. So yes, it's really a club that wants to promote, health. Cycling in Namibia as a sport has become and is growing by the day. The Rock and Rat Mountain Bike Club also helps the Namibian Cycling Federation in terms of the fees that we charge. Part of the fee also goes to them. So it kind of serves a bigger umbrella. We also use the money to build new trails around Windhoek. We have some trails already that have been built, but we always want to add more trails so that we can have different locations. Just like they have all over the world, the trail network can be quite expanded quite a lot, especially in Namibia. We don't have lack of space. So yeah, that's what
Rogan does. Yeah. Well, that's a lot. That's really a lot. And looking forward to the event that's set for the 8th and for the 9th.
Yes.
I mean, the viewers that are at home, like you said, not everyone is trying to compete and get on the podium and win the medal. But what would your advice be to the viewers that are watching from home that would maybe want to take part, but they're a bit on the skeptical side?
I think we have a good option for you this year, and I think you should personally look into it. You. So the option this year is, because we're ramping up to the 20th edition of next year, is if you've never really done a 2.5-day stage event, we're giving you an opportunity to do a 1-day race. So you do the prologue on the Friday, and then you're just gonna race up to Midgard, relax, drink your coffee or beer or whatever you want, and then drive back to Windhoek, and it's gonna have its own category. And of course you have to do it as a team. So if you have a friend who's not maybe fit and would like to try cycling to Midgard through the trails, this would be a really good option. We're testing it for this year. It's been successful. We got quite a few entries. So if you're too scared for the 2-day, you can do a 1-day thing, and hopefully you'll like it. And next year you can enter with a bang. I think
that's the best way for me to start. Let me do that one, and then I can do both after I now.
Very good.
Then I can enter the 20th edition.
Perfect.
For both 2 days.
Proper.
So I'll speak to the team, and I'll speak to my doctor to find out if my hamstring is fine now, because last time I had a hamstring issue. And then if I can get a bike as well.
Sure. We can make a plan for you.
If you can do that, and then I'll
make a plan for you. Awesome.
Okay, then I need a teammate, you said.
Yeah, you have to find that one. You have to find yourself. Yeah, it can. Let's say that you can make friends, but you can also break friendships. If you find a teammate which is always behind you, and I mean you look fit. You just need to get someone who's a bit slower, so you'll be the stronger guy, and you can push him up the hill.
Then I can be the one that.
Yeah, remember there's different categories, so it goes by age, combined age. And also mixed category, which is male and female. So you can decide both. You can take your mom, you can take your girlfriend, you can take your wife, your daughter. It doesn't matter. You'll enter the category which is specific for you, and that really gives you, a good competition within your category.
I love how there's you guys accommodate everyone and make sure there's everything for everyone.
We're all inclusive.
Okay, speaking of, before I do let you leave, Nabil, the routes. How do the routes look like? Are you guys doing anything different this year compared to last year, or you guys just revamped and cleaned
Yeah,
it up
not
for
really.
the-
Yeah, the route this year is very similar to last year's route. We're still trying to figure out the prologue, where it's going to be. Definitely around the Ochihase mine, which is the starting point for Saturday. But the route is mostly on what they call a jeep track.
Okay.
Through the farms all the way to Midgard. And then on the way back, it still does some of the segments, and then it goes back down to Windhoek. So on the Saturday you're going up a little bit more, and on the Sunday you do a loop around Midgard and then back to Windhoek. But you know, as I said, the technically is not as demanding as many people may think. I think if you take it easy and you're really out there to have fun and to be in nature, I think that's the most important. There's enough water points for you to take a break and eat something and drink. And yeah, it's really for everyone to attend.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm thinking about it. I really am. How long is this course? So I know.
So now you are asking me a hard question. I think this year's route, you're looking at about anywhere between 60 and 75 kilometers for the Saturday, and the same for the Sunday.
Ish.
You promise me you're going to do it. The one day is 70 kilometers. By the way, I forgot, there's an e-bike option.
That sounds good. That sounds
So
really
if you don't have an e-bike, you can rent an e-bike for a couple of the dealers in Windhoek. And I mean, you put it on Boost.
good. Yeah, then.
Bro, I just found the solution for you.
Okay, let's organize the bike thing.
Let's do
We'll
that.
speak after the
Okay, cool.
behind the screens, and then we'll sort that out.
Awesome.
But before we do let you leave, any last words for the viewers? Anything else you'd like to add on to the experience that we are having this year from the 8th to the 9th of September?
Yeah, I think, the most important is to be out there. And I think, we're really trying to promote, health. And it's a very inclusive event where families get together and spend a weekend out. It's a very safe environment for everyone. If you've never really done mountain biking before, it's a perfect option for you to start. And if you've been mountain biking your whole life and you've never done a two-stage race, this is the one to do. It's the only one of its type in Namibia. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it.
There's no reason why you shouldn't do it.
And just to end, my life slogan this year is never too late.
It's never too late.
To have a happy childhood.
Regardless of how old you are.
That regardless.
It's never too late to have
So
a
grab your
happy
bike,
childhood.
rent a bike, borrow a bike, and do it.
I think that slogan is going to stay with me for the whole
Awesome.
day. But yeah, guys, hopefully me and Nabil can come to some sort of agreement, and we'll be letting you guys know if I'll be taking part in this prestigious competition. But from us in studio, we'll be seeing you on the 8th and on the 9th for the Ochihase experience.
Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Time for international sports news. And starting off with tennis news, it will be the finals of the US Open this coming weekend and semi-finals of the women's division that was completed. Jessica Pegula of the United States, the 6th seed, she beat Caroline Moskova by 1-6, 6-4, and 6-2. That's for her to advance to the final. And there she will play Aryna Sabalenka. That's going to be a tough opponent for Pegula. It was Aryna Sabalenka that beat Emma Navarro by 6-3 and 7-6. And Aryna Sabalenka also earlier in the year won the Australian Open. On the men's side, the semi-finals still to be played. It will be played South African and Namibian time later on Friday. Yannick Sinner, number 1 seed against Jack Draper, and then Taylor Fritz, the number 12 seed against Francis Tiafoe, also from the United States. And both Taylor Fritz and Tiafoe, the best they could do in previous tournaments was semi-finals. So one of them will play in their first US Open final ever. On to golf news. It is the European Masters that's taking place at the moment. The first round is done. The fourth round will be played on Sunday. It's been played at Crans-Cercier Golf Club, and it is Alex Fitzpatrick that scored a 7 under par score for his first round. That was a 63. He's leading by 1 shot over Matt Wallace of England on -6. Quite a few South Africans playing in the tournament for Southern African interest. It is Brendan Stone that did best. He's 5 under par, just 2 shots back from the leader. And then also it is Tristan Lawrence on the tied 35th. Also Louis de Jager tied 35th. Both of them on 2 under par. And George Coetzee a little bit back on 1 under par. Moving on to cycling news, and it is a Vuelta a Spain tour that is continuing. It will finish on Sunday. That will be in Madrid. And what happened in stage 18, over 176 kilometers, was Urco Berade of Spain that won, and he was just a few seconds, 4 seconds ahead of Marco Schmidt in second position. He's both of them quite lower down on the general classifications. It is still Ben O'Connor of Australia. He's leading, and it is just 3 stages left in the tour. Ben O'Connor leading by just 5 seconds over Primoz Roglic. He is from Slovenia. And then it is Enric Mas of Spain. He is in 3rd position at the moment. He is 1 minute and 25 seconds behind Ben O'Connor. 2 difficult stages that the tour will finish over the weekend. Saturday it will be 172 kilometers in the mountains, and then it will close off in Madrid with a time trial over 24.6 kilometers. That will Sunday be the last stage, stage 21 in the Vuelta a Spain. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day and sport weekend, and we talk international sport again on Monday. Goodbye.